Good morning, all the students of 7th standard, and we are learning here history's fifth lesson, that is the foundation of Swaraj. And yesterday I have given some introduction about the same lesson. The first point information is nearby. We try to understand this one. We tried here half nearby half portion. So first paragraph we have completed. Second paragraph we will see. After the Nizam Shahi was wiped out, means what is there? Mughals and Adil Shahs combined or aligned forces attack on Nizam Shahi's kingdom. Shahaji Raje tried to save Nizam Shahi, but he could not withstand the combined mighty forces of Mughals and Adil Shahs. So, in the year 1636, Nizam Shahi was came to an end. That is after the birth of Shivaji. 6 years after birth of Shivaji, Nizam Shahi's kingdom came to an end. After the Nizam Shahi was wiped out, Shahaji Raje became a Sardar of the Adil Shah of Bijapur. When Nizam Shahi was came to an end, after the end of Nizam Shahi, Shahaji Raje became the Sardar in Adil Shah's court. Adil Shah appointed him as a Sardar in his court by seeing his bravery, his courage, his strength, and war strategy. The region comprising Pune, Supe, Indapur, and Sakar Pargana, located between the Bhima and Nira river, was vested in the Shahaji's Rajes as the Jahagir. Whatever the region, previous region or the area he was looking after as the Jahagirdar, the previous region of the area where when he was working in Nizam Shahi's kingdom. In Nizam Shahi's kingdom, that time what region or the area he was looking after, that was Jahagirdar. That same region or the area, Adil Shah confirmed him as a we can say as a Jahagir. Pune, Supe, Indapur, and some of the more adjacent area he handed over that. Chakan Pargana, located between the Bhima and Nira rivers, was given into Shahaji Raje's hand as a Jahagir. This was continued by the Adil Shah and also granted the Jahagir of Bengaluru. Along with that, granted the Jahagir of Bengaluru. This one he got as usual from Nizam Shah. He received that same he got from Adil Shah also. But along with that, Adil Shah handed over him, confirmed him the Jahagir of Bengaluru. Present time it is capital of Karnataka. And the neighboring areas in the Karnataka to Shahaji Raje he handed over or he gave. Now what is meant by Jahagir here? Jahagir or Jagir means the right to enjoy the revenue of the regions. Jahagir means what? The right to enjoy the revenue of that specific region or the area. The Sardar in the service of rulers used to get the revenue of the regions as income instead of getting salaries directly. Those who were the Sardar at that time, they received some of the land or the area as their salary or as their income. They collected the land revenue from that region or the area as their salary instead of the salary in the cash. The region was chosen in such a way that revenue would be equal to the salary, and they choose the region like in so that whatever the region's revenue is there, that revenue it will be as equal as a salary. Like if they choose the region or the areas. Suppose someone is a Sardar or the Jahagir, Sardar in the court of suppose for example Adil Shah. So for the Sardar, whatever salary is there, that salary, how much salary is there, that salary to complete to get that salary, how much areas revenue we needed, that much area they hand over to that Sardar. Shahaji Raje was a violent. He was a brave, courageous, intelligent, and also a great political expert. Violent, courageous, also political expert also there. He was an excellent archer. Along with that, Shahaji Raja was an excellent archer. Archers used to using the bows and arrows, that excellent in that. He was also an expert in using the swords. He was a versatile character, all rounders by using all the weapons. Archery in that expert in the using the swords also, patta and spears. He knew all the tactics how to handle and how to use. He loved his subjects. Shahaji Raje loved his subject there. He had owned many regions in the Maharashtra. Shahaji Raje owned number of the regions from the Maharashtra, or many region he conquered from the Maharashtra, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. South India was awe of him. They feared. Along with that, they respect to Shahaji Raje. Awe is there means that there is fear, not by the miss of. They respect. Their awe, that is they respect, not by the fears. They respect with the honor. That. So Shahaji Raje was in the awe of him while Shivaji and Jijabai were at Bengaluru. He had arranged for the providing excellent educations to Shivaji so as to enable him to become a king. When he was in the Karnataka, when he was in the Bengaluru, that time Shahaji Raje arranged some of the excellent scholar teachers for the Shahaji Raje, where he could learn to get his educations there. He himself aspired to establish Swaraj by ousting the powers of the foreign people. That Shahaji Raje also inspired that. He also wished to be established Swaraj there by fighting, by avoiding the foreign powers of the peoples. That is why he is known as a Swaraj visionary. Because of that only Shahaji Raje also known as a Swaraj visionary. He sent his Shivaji and Jijabai from Bengaluru to Pune with loyal and competent associates. Shahaji Raje, he sent to the Shivaji Maharaj and Jijabai from Karnataka. Means from Karnataka he sent toward the Pune. From Bengaluru to Pune he sent this. Along with that competent associates, means expert people, teachers, administrators. Shahaji Raje sent with the Shivaji Maharaj and Jijabai. Means when Shivaji Maharaj or young Shivaji and Jijabai, when they returned from Bengaluru to Pune, that time Shahaji Raje sent some of the good expert administrator peoples with them. Means they can handle, they can help Jijabai in the Pune's administration, and also they can teach Shivaji Maharaj in a proper way, in a good education they can provide. So this facility he arranged this when he was in a Bengaluru there. So next point of the same lesson, that is Veer Mata Jijabai. This lesson we will see in the next video. So it's my personal or we can say that a soft instructions and suggestions to you that you should be prepared first lesson of history and the first lesson of geography. These two lessons are coming for our unit test. What are the unit tests we are going to conduct? In that unit test, these two lessons are coming. So you should be prepared. Okay. Thank you very much.